everybody, and welcome to another video. We start this one off on the good old M25. As you can see, I'm in the inside lane because I'm not overtaking anything. I will be overtaking that lorry in front of me in a second. I'm just waiting for another vehicle to go past me, and then I will be pulling out. Bear with me while he just goes past me here, and then I will pull out and get ready to overtake him myself. Now the only trouble is I've got two trucks like that to my right hand side. Now I do not want to get in the sandwich there in between the lorry and the truck. A staggered formation and all that. I've got no escape route and I do not want to undertake them neither. But why am I bothered about things like that when people do this? Yes, an absolute numpty, and people will say we left the gap. No, come on, get over yourself. Do I really want to be sandwiched in between these two as well? That's not how you drive on a motorway. You need an escape route sometimes, so I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to wait until I can do it without anything next to me on my right hand side. It's the safe option to do. What the BMW did was typical BMW, and I'll show you it from the rear because you'll see how bad this guy really is. And if you look here now, you can see how badly people are driving on this road. Look at the inside lane, lane 1 and 2. It's pretty much empty. Everyone is in 3 and 4. You know, so no one's using the road correctly, or very few people are using the road correctly. But can you see the BMW, the one with the headlights on in the outside lane? He's about to start his nonsense now. Now a lot of people say to me, why are you not reporting drivers like this? Well, this clown I did actually have a look at reporting, you know, because he's obviously a shit and dangerous driver, which are the ones that I do report. But because I'm outside London here on the M25, it goes to another department and it goes to Next Base Dashcam company to actually do this, and I am not giving my personal information to a dashcam company. Come on police, that is just rubbish. It's got to be through a proper police force website. I'm not giving my details to some bloody company that I don't know. So first of all, they show you this. Yeah, so if you're willing to go to court, you click the red button. What about if you're not willing to go to court? You shouldn't have to go to court. All the evidence is there that the guy's a numpty. So there's no option to say, I don't want to go to court, I just want to show you the video. Yeah, so you click yes, and then you come to this, Next Base dash cams. I do not think I'm going to put my details into a bloody dash cam company. No way. So a little bit further down the road, we're still on the good old M25 and I'm in lane 2 as you can see, and the reason I'm in lane 2 is because lane 1 becomes a slip road. A slip road that I do not want, but there are two people that are in the outside lane that do want it.
So if you're not sure how close is too close, try the 2-second rule. Select a marker on the road ahead, such as a bridge or sign, and then when the car in front passes it, count 2 seconds. If you reach the marker before 2 seconds are up, you're too close and should drop back. Next time you're traveling on an open road at a speed of 40 or more, try saying to yourself, only a fool breaks the 2-second rule. It takes just 2 seconds to say. Only a fool breaks the 2-second rule. Try the 2-second rule. It'll help you keep your distance and it could save your life. Remember, only a fool breaks the 2-second rule.
So as you can see, the slip road has started now, and you can see how close he's going to get to this red car. Where the hell does he think this red car can go with a great big lorry in front of it? See, that thing there is called braking distance. That thing there is called a knob. So a little bit further down the good old M25, there's a slip road coming on to the M25 here, and straight after the slip road coming on, there's a slip road going off, which we want. So as soon as this slip road finishes, I will be moving over to the left hand side to get into the slip road. Now the people coming on, like that red car, should be coming up here and then moving out to the right. That's the way a slip road coming onto the motorway works. Unless obviously you're taking the very next turning. You're literally coming on a slip road and you're going straight off the next slip road. So you might as well stay in this left lane, because there isn't a great deal of distance between the slip road coming on and the slip road going off. So as soon as the solid lines finish here, I will be moving over to my left hand side. The coach behind me would do the same thing, and we got a car that's sandwiched in the middle of us now. Now this car is not pulling out to the right hand side. The left, as we're looking at it, is doing the undertaking down the slip road, so he's obviously coming off the slip road the same as what we are. Is he? No. It's just lane abuse. He's just using the road, he's undertaking everything and then pulling out here. This is a slip road off now. He shouldn't be there. He knows exactly what he's doing as well. Now in this clip we are still on the good old M25, but going back the other way. We are looking at that numpty in the white van there. Tell me, why is he in that lane? Why on earth is he in that lane? He's not overtaking anything. He's not even going particularly fast. As you know, I'm not a boy racer, and I'm catching him up without even trying. You know, I'm doing, I don't know, 55, 60, and he's out there. He's out there. Now the first two lanes here, lane 1 and lane 2, become the M3 slip roads in a minute, and I will be moving out into lane 1 of the M25. As we go to the rear camera now, you'll see, look at all the traffic building up behind him there, because he is in the middle lane in effect of the M25 there. He's been undertaken already by the transit there, and I will be moving out because my lane's become a slip road. Going to be moving out, but look at all that traffic behind him, and he hasn't got a clue. He's just oblivious to anything that's going on around him. How can you be that dumb? And again, if you look at my inside lane, because my lane is the inside lane of the M25, it's pretty much empty again, apart from the Audi that's just come from the outside lane to use the slip road. Yeah, typical Audi. Always an Audi, outside lane but wants a slip road. Yep. How can you not know what's going on there? I always think that maybe they're on the phone, but I didn't see a phone as I passed him. It's just poor driving. It's just lane discipline in this country is just all over the place. It's so bad. It's so bad, and I don't understand why it's got so bad so quickly, really. It's not been that long that we've had this sort of problem. It's so weird that you cannot see that what you're doing there. Now regulars of the channel will know exactly where we are now. We're still on the good old M25 by the A3 turnoff. We're looking at the slip road, or more importantly lane 1, where the special people are. The special people are in lane 1. They don't think they have to wait in that queue on the slip road. I'll keep quiet for a little while and you can see how many do it. Yeah, I'm guessing you saw that last one there. That one there going across the solid lines. How hard would it be to put a camera there catching these people, and instant ban for doing it, because they know what they're doing, these people. They know it. They do it near enough every day, the same cars, I bet. Instant ban, see ya. Now in this clip we're on the A24 heading towards Dorking. Now I've been behind this van, truck, whatever you want to call it, in front of me for a little while. It's done nothing wrong. It's been driving at the 50-mile-an-hour speed limit, doing nothing wrong. And then all of a sudden it just starts to slow down a little bit. Don't know why. Mobile phone maybe, something like that. So I decide to let's overtake it. But there's a roundabout coming up, and then
my spider senses are starting to tingle.
Don't overtake it now. That's a really poor choice to do. don't overtake it for a little while, because I just did sense something that he was going to do something wrong. And I was right. Now, I don't think my car's going to fit into that gap. Do you? Again, it's all about experience of knowing when and where to overtake and spotting the signs. The only sign that he gave me, the fact that he went down about 10 miles an hour. Other than that, he did nothing wrong until we hit the roundabout there, where he just straight lined it pretty much. And me being me, I automatically looked for a phone. I couldn't see a phone, but if you look at his hand, there's only one hand on the steering wheel, his right hand going across the steering wheel. So what's his left hand doing? Possibly. Now in this clip we're in Banstead High Street. Now these people that park on the wrong side of the road facing traffic are bloody dangerous. They can't see round the car in front, especially if it's a big Range Rover like it is there. But she also does a dangerous thing here, which I don't approve of neither. She's trying to be nice, but you do not give way to someone on the opposite side of the road so they can cross, especially when it's not a proper crossing. That's dangerous as well. So in the next clip, you've got your self-entitled Audi driver. Yes, you know, the ones that think they are special. Now the thing is, this one ain't even driving. It's parked badly. Just swings the door open there. Don't worry about anyone else. Just open the door, love. It's alright. She's not in the parking bay at all. And if we go to the rear camera in a second, I'll show you that in more detail. She's out of the parking bay, can't park the car because the car is too big for her skill level. If you can't park or drive a big car, don't fucking buy one. Oh, and I forgot to say, always an Audi. So in this next clip, we've got your poor vulnerable pedestrian. I won't screech like I did the last time, but it is your poor vulnerable pedestrian that's put himself in a vulnerable position. No one else has told him to walk in the road. He's done that all on his own free will. There are signs in both directions saying this pavement is closed. There you are. There's one coming from this side, and I will show you the one from the other side when we get there. But he has decided to walk down there anyway. The car in front of me stopped for some reason. I do not know why. But yeah, there he is. Bright spark him. Very, very clever. He's chose to put himself in a vulnerable position. It's not us. There's a perfectly good pavement on the right-hand side if this one is closed. But they're not that bright, are they, some of these people? They're really not that bright at all. And I'm just going to go back here to just show you that there is a sign on the other side of this closed pavement. Yeah, the British workforce have done their job for a change and signposted it up correctly. It's just that the vulnerable pedestrian put himself in that position and ignored it. Now in this clip, it will only be interesting to those people that live in this sort of area. We're coming into Cheam, so if you live anywhere near Sutton or Cheam, or you visit Cheam quite often, you'll get to know what I'm talking about here, or you will know what I'm talking about here. This road is normally chock-a-block, absolutely chock-a-block. Like all four entrances to these traffic lights up here are generally chock-a-block. I'm just going to let numpty here cross, and look, it's empty on all four entrances into this junction here. Why? Because the traffic lights are out. And it's funny how the traffic lights are out and there's no traffic. I should come back here and show you what it's like when the traffic lights are on, because normally all four entrances are chock-a-block. Take away the traffic lights and it works better. And it's funny. And as I say, people that live around here that are watching this will know exactly what that junction's like for traffic. And you take away the traffic lights and it works perfectly. Now what doesn't work perfectly is an Audi driver with an ego. Yes, just in front of this white car is an Audi driver with an ego, with a divvy moment as well. You can clearly see that right hand lane, that there's a great big arrow there saying it's a right turn only lane. He's gone in it because he thought he was going to overtake everyone. And now he's stuck out there because he isn't turning right, believe it or not. He's going straight on. Yeah, the ego has landed. Anyway, the white car next to me or in front of me is not going to let him in. You wanted that lane? You fucking stay in that lane. And I'm quite happy to agree with him, to be honest. But the Audi's got the ump with him and he tries to undertake him here. It is only a 20 mile an hour speed limit, by the way. and they both go undertaking these vehicles to the right hand side because they've pissed each other off basically. It don't take much to piss an Audi driver off though, does it? I've got to say it again, and I always an Audi. And this did continue down the road, and I lost track of them. They were going so fast in the end, but yeah, what do you expect? Now I'm on the A3 here. We've just gone over the top of the M25, so I'm going the opposite way to where I normally go, and it's all about the mentality of my driving compared to someone that drives an Audi. There's Audi to my left hand side at the moment. As soon as we get through the roadworks here and it goes into 2 lanes, I want to get over to the left hand lane because I'm not interested in going fast or overtaking anyone. The Audi that was behind me and to my left hand side does the complete opposite. Cannot wait to get onto here and get straight out to the outside lane so it can overtake and do a little bit of speeding. I don't know what that look was for though. It seems as though I've pissed them off for some reason. I don't know. Maybe they know who I am. Who knows? I haven't got like London dashcam written all over my car or nothing. But yeah, off you go. Bye bye. Yeah, it's only 50 with cameras. Be careful. Again, always an Audi. Now all these roads are leading off from the motorway, from where all the traffic is for the M25, and look at the size of these pavements compared to the road. How many people are they expecting to walk to the M25 to this Wisley Garden Centre? They really don't want us to drive anywhere, do they? Anyway, we're coming round this roundabout. It's a roundabout. Priority to traffic approaching from the right. Some people should not be driving. Silly old sod. And I've got to stick with my words there because this silly old sod almost stops on a roundabout because he wants to go round it rather than straight on. Silly old sod. Now I wonder if that silly old sod has ever owned an Audi, because he could be and should be in my retirement home, shouldn't he? He should be there. He could have porridge dripping down from his chin and having a bit of a young salt clean it off his chin for him, rather than bloody make a nuisance of himself on a roundabout. Now in this clip we're on the A3 coming back into London, and this clip is all about common sense of when and where to change lanes. There's a slip road coming on. I can see that car in front of me is not a problem to me. I can also see there's a van coming down the slip road as well, and he's coming down the slip road pretty fast, so he's not going to be a problem to me neither. He's going to be in front of me. The problem I have is the Burke and the Merc in the middle lane that's going to overtake me and then pull straight over to the left hand side, just almost level with the van. I mean, how stupid have you got to be? You clear the exit before moving over again. I mean, this is common sense, isn't it? Common sense, Burke and a Merc, they don't normally go in the same sentence, do they? Now we're at Rose Hill roundabout. We've got another German car in front of us. Lane choice. Which lane would you like? And what colour traffic light would you like to stop at? And last but not least, we're looking at that bike that's just going past us here. That there is for pedestrians, not for mopeds delivering food. Yeah, that's a crossing. That's not a driveway. Anyway, guys, thanks a lot for watching, and I will catch you on the next one. Bye for now.